We always assumed space was mostly empty and calm, but in the last 30 years, we confirmed over 5,700 planets outside our solar system. In this video, we're going through 8 of those planets that should not exist. Tres 2b, the planet that eats light. Most planets reflect sunlight. That's how we find them. Tres 2b doesn't do that. Located 750 light-years away in the constellation. Draco, Tres 2b reflects less than 1% of the light that hits it. For comparison, the Moon reflects about 12% of sunlight. Coal reflects about 4%. Black acrylic paint reflects about 5%. Tres 2b is darker than all of them. Darker than the darkest thing you can imagine on Earth. David Kipping from the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics described it simply. He said it was darker than the blackest lump of coal. Darker than dark acrylic paint. Just ridiculously dark. Scientists aren't entirely sure why. The leading theory involves chemicals in its atmosphere that absorb light rather than reflect it. Sodium, potassium, titanium oxide, all of them swallowing photons whole. The planet does have a very faint red glow. Its surface temperature is around 1,000 degrees Celsius, a planet that eats light and glows like a dying ember. Something from the darkest corner of a nightmare. HD18973-3b, where it rains glass. From the outside, it looks beautiful. It's a deep, vivid cobalt blue. Located 64 light-years away in the constellation Vulpecula. HD18973-3b is a gas giant roughly the size of Jupiter. It orbits so close to its star that its temperature reaches around 1,000 degrees Celsius. The blue color comes from silicate particles suspended in its atmosphere, tiny shards of glass swirling in the clouds. And because the temperature is high enough to vaporize those silicates, and the winds reach 8,700 kilometers per hour, almost 7 times the speed of sound, they're being hurled horizontally across the plane in a continuous, endless, hypersonic storm of glass shards. For context, the fastest wind ever recorded on Earth was 408 kilometers per hour. There is no shelter. There is no calm. There is only an endless, screaming wall of glass. 55 Cancri A, the lava ocean world. 41 light-years away, in the constellation Cancer, there is a planet roughly twice the size of Earth. It orbits its star at a distance of just 2.3 million kilometers. For comparison, Mercury, the closest planet to our Sun, orbits at 77 million kilometers. 55 Cancri E is 33 times closer to its star than Mercury is to ours. Its year lasts 18 hours. Its surface temperature reaches 2,400 degrees Celsius. At those temperatures, rock doesn't just melt, it evaporates. The surface of 55 Cancri E is believed to be a global ocean of molten lava. In 2023, the James Webb Space Telescope confirmed something extraordinary. Despite the unimaginable heat, 55 Cancri E does have an atmosphere. Because the lava ocean keeps creating it, carbon dioxide and monoxide constantly evaporating from the molten surface. A planet that breathes lava. WASP-12b, the planet being eaten alive. 600 light-years away in the constellation Auriga, there is a planet in the process of dying. WASP-12b is a gas giant, roughly 1.5 times the size of Jupiter, and it orbits its star so closely that it completes a full orbit in just 1.1 days. That proximity comes at a cost. The gravitational pull of its star is so overwhelming that it has physically deformed the planet. A stream of gas and matter bleeding from the planet into the star like a slow, permanent hemorrhage. Scientists have calculated how much mass the planet loses every second. Every second. WASP-12b sheds material equivalent to the weight of 1,000 Egyptian pyramids. Every single second, in roughly 10 million years, there will be nothing left. The star will have consumed it entirely. Right now, as you watch this video, WASP-12b is slightly smaller than it was when you started. GJ504b, the pink planet. Not every strange planet is terrifying. Some are just deeply, profoundly wrong. GJ 504b is a gas giant located 57 light-years from Earth, and it is pink, but gas giants are supposed to be yellow-brown like Jupiter. They are not supposed to be pink. GJ504b is pink because it is young, only about 160 million years old, and still radiating heat from its formation. That residual heat gives it its color. But here's the part that makes it strange. It orbits its star at a distance of about 44 astronomical units. At that distance, according to our models of planet formation, a gas giant simply should not exist. There isn't enough material that far from a star to build a planet of this size. WASP-76b, where it rains iron. WASP-76b is located about 640 light-years away. It is tidally locked to its star, meaning one side permanently faces the star, while the other side is in permanent darkness. The dayside temperature reaches around 2,400 degrees Celsius, hot enough to vaporize iron. So iron does vaporize. It rises into the atmosphere on the dayside, gets caught in the planet's violent winds, and then falls as rain. Liquid iron rain, pouring down on the dark side of the planet. 2,400-degree temperatures on the other. There is no safe place on this planet. PSRB-1257+12, the Dead Star Planets. Now here is the one that should keep you awake at night. 2,300 light-years away, in the constellation Virgo, there is a pulsar, a rapidly spinning neutron star, the compressed collapsed core of a star that exploded. It spins 161 times per second. 3 confirmed planets orbit this dead, spinning, radiation-spewing object. Names taken from undead creatures and nightmare spirits. Every moment of existence on those planets is an unending storm of X-rays and gamma radiation. The kind of radiation that doesn't just kill living things. It dismantles them at a molecular level. There is no protection, no magnetic field thick enough, no rock deep enough. Rogue planets, the worlds with no star. And then there are the worlds that don't orbit anything at all. Rogue planets, free-floating objects, planet-sized or larger, that were ejected from their star systems during formation. Just endless, dark, and cold as they wander the galaxy alone. Scientists estimate there may be billions of them in our galaxy alone. Some models suggest there may be more rogue planets than stars. One of the most striking is SIMP J013, roughly 20 light-years from Earth, about 12 times the mass of Jupiter. But here's what makes it strange. Despite having no star, no source of heat or light, it generates its own aurora, driven by a magnetic field 200 times stronger than Jupiter's. A planet in total darkness in the middle of absolute nothing. TOI-68b, the planet that shouldn't exist. In June 2025, astronomers announced the discovery of a planet that genuinely, formally, according to all current models of physics, should not exist. TOI-68 is a gas giant almost the size of Jupiter. But here's the problem. The red dwarf it orbits is tiny, roughly 20% the size of our Sun. According to our best understanding of how planets form, a star that's small simply does not have enough material in its planetary disk to build a planet that large. Scientists have no complete explanation. It is the 4th planet of its kind found so far, each one a little more impossible than the last. So, we thought we knew what a planet was, but we were wrong. Out there, scattered across hundreds and thousands of light years, are worlds that break every rule. We have confirmed over 5,700 exoplanets. Scientists estimate there are trillions in our galaxy alone. If these are the ones we've found so far, imagine what the rest of them look like. The universe is vast. It is violent. It is deeply, beautifully strange. And most of it is waiting to be discovered.